Welcome to African American History Lesson 34. In this video, we will learn how, in the aftermath of the Civil War, Black communities across the United States sought to commemorate the formal end of slavery while continuing to fight for true freedom, equality, and recognition. Juneteenth, the most widely recognized Freedom Day, marks not only the delayed announcement of emancipation in Texas, but also symbolizes the resilience and ongoing struggle of African Americans to claim the promises of liberty long denied. Across generations, these commemorations have served as acts of remembrance, resistance, and community pride. President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, issued on January 1st, 1863, declared that all enslaved people in Confederate states in rebellion were free. However, the order had limited immediate impact as it applied only to areas not under Union control. Enslavement remained legal in border states loyal to the Union, Kentucky, Missouri, Maryland, and Delaware, until later constitutional intervention. Still, the proclamation shifted the purpose of the Civil War toward abolition and allowed for the enlistment of African American soldiers in the Union Army, deepening Black communities' stake in the war's outcome. Ratified in December 1865, the 13th Amendment permanently abolished slavery and involuntary servitude in the United States, except as a punishment for crime. This clause would later become a source of legal debate and systemic exploitation. Nevertheless, for nearly 4 million African Americans, nearly a third of the South's population, the amendment represented a seismic shift in status and possibility, even as it marked only the beginning of an ongoing fight for civil rights and full citizenship. The 13th Amendment did not initially apply to the nearly 10,000 African Americans still enslaved by sovereign indigenous nations such as the Cherokee, Creek, Choctaw, Chickasaw, and Seminole. These nations had aligned with the Confederacy and maintained slavery within their borders. It was not until 1866 that the U.S. government negotiated treaties with these nations to end slavery. Yet, even then, the treaties often failed to recognize the freed people as full tribal citizens, compounding their marginalization in Indian territory. Juneteenth marks June 19, 1865, the day Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and publicly read General Order No. 3. This order declared the freedom of all enslaved people in Texas, the last Confederate holdout. The order's language emphasized absolute equality, a radical assertion at the time. Though enforcement was uneven and delayed, the announcement catalyzed celebrations and marked the symbolic end of slavery in the United States. Juneteenth is part of a broader tradition of African American Freedom Days. Communities across the country commemorated local abolition dates, such as New York's Emancipation Day on July 5, 1827, and engaged in rituals of reflection, joy, and protest. Juneteenth eventually became the most widely celebrated of these, culminating in its designation as a federal holiday in 2021 after more than 150 years of consistent Black-led observance. Early Juneteenth celebrations included singing spirituals, public readings of the Emancipation Proclamation, sermons, dancing, and the wearing of new clothes to symbolize new beginnings. These gatherings, also called Jubilee Day or Emancipation Day, created space for Black joy, remembrance, and defiance amid ongoing racism and exclusion from the broader American narrative. Juneteenth and other Freedom Days carry deep historical and cultural resonance. They commemorate the heroic struggles of enslaved ancestors to win freedom in a hostile legal system, the duality of freedom and oppression that African Americans continued to face after emancipation, the enduring power of Black cultural expression and resilience as communities turned remembrance into celebration, even before the nation fully acknowledged their history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, please follow us on the social media platforms listed on the screen.